Hello everyone, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. This is part 7, where last time we secured the Ebon Hawk. We finally got it back. It was a very interesting adventure on the surface of Telos, eventually having a second crash landing after our previous crash landing, to then crash land on a very nicely flat surface of the Telos polar region, where there was a hidden Jedi Academy with Atris and her handmaidens. And we've been learning much more about our past and our character and the reasons for our exile. We still do not have the full story about that exile because we watched a holo recording and it cut off at the end. So there is still more to do, but we are on a journey. We are in the Ebon Hawk finally with a party that we can talk to and discuss things with. And we need to recruit ex-Jedi allies back to the cause to fight against the Sith. And I would like to address something real quick about the topic of the Sith. So, as you may know, I was suspicious of Kreia. For my reasons, and I voiced them, and it's funny in hindsight because I've had a lot of people make some funny jokes about it, and it is funny because obviously in episode 3 of the playthrough we get the scene where Kreia goes to confront Darth Sion, and it's revealed that Kreia was his former master, and I went see Sith, and it was just fueled by me searching for, with the mentality of things are not what they seem. And I left a pinned comment in episode 4 of the playthrough, obviously just to state that I'd probably talk and address this, but I record a few episodes ahead of time naturally, so we're talking about it now as well. But it was just people were just pointing out, Anakin Skywalker fell to the dark side, Count Dooku fell to the dark side, etc., etc., and they had Jedi Masters, and it was just, there was a mentality going into it for me where Kreia's attitude is very different, very unique, and it was suspicious because we didn't know anything about her until we leveled up Force powers, and we were like, hang on, you don't have any light side powers, but here you are with a dark side ability. And that just felt very peculiar to me as well. So there was just evidence there for me to make that suggestion and roll with it, to the point where it was actually funny. I blinded myself to any other possibilities, which is a dangerous thing to do when you're investigating someone or thinking about that. You just blind yourself and only go, and you pick up some pieces that look like they could lead into something, and then you form your whole story about it. And I kind of went with that for a while about Kreia, but thank you for giving me another sensible perspective that Kreia could quite possibly just be a Jedi that had an apprentice fall to the dark side. It does make me wonder if Darth Sion and Darth Nihilus are in league with one another, or whether there are splintered groups of Sith and Dark Lords running around, because we got that brief cutscene of Darth Nihilus and a mystery woman that is seemingly his apprentice, but there's also Darth Sion roaming around on his own. So I don't know what's going on there either, but we will have to find out. But it's just Kreia is so uniquely written as a Jedi character, and I think that's really, really cool and interesting, giving us this perspective of the Jedi. And I really liked that with the first game as well. It gave us some very unique Jedi perspectives, with Jolie, for example. But genuinely, I think Knights of the Old Republic 1 and so far Knights of the Old Republic 2 have given me such a variety and unique approach to the Force, the concept of the light versus the dark, and even the hypocrisy, the criticisms of the Jedi as well. I really like how the Jedi, the light side, is written in these games, and Kreia only serves to enhance that experience even more. She's got incredible dialogue, incredible personality. The voice acting is really good. The same goes goes for all of our characters, by the way, but I'm specifically focusing on this Kriya thing at the moment, because Kriya seems to be pushing us to be quite selfish. You know, don't help other people. You strip them of their challenges, and they will be weaker as a result. You may grow stronger, but you will you are not benefiting these people in the long run. You know, you have helped them out of this situation now, but if it happens again and you are not around, they are not equipped, they are weaker as a result. And it's super interesting. And we get into these talking matches with her, and we gain influence with her, we lose influence with her, sometimes in the exact same dialogue. And it's very interesting, but I did just want to address that fact that obviously I went a little too hard into being like, oh look, Kriya, probably a mystery Sith. I think it's because of the twist and the stuff from the first game, where you know, there's stuff where it's like things are not what they seem, or maybe there's just something tucked away. I'm just like picking up clues and ran a little too hard with it. So it's quite possible that Kriya, you know, could totally be a Jedi, just with very, very unique approaches on life. Does know Atris, so we know that Kriya is fully aware of Atris when we arrived to the facility. But then she's got no problem just weaving her way into Atton's mind and being like, you're our bitch now, you're our pawn, you're in here to stay until I say so, you know what I mean? Very interesting approaches. So I've done a bit of dark side stuff myself, you know, while maintaining mostly a light side presence. You know, I definitely didn't threaten to kill a droid mechanic for his credentials. That never happened. That's, you know, it's a means to an end. We'll go to Nar Shaddaa eventually. We'll make sure that we deal with the debt. So he, you know, the droid mechanic will be fine. Everything will work out. But Kriya has a, you know, very interesting dark side energy about her. So, I mean, but if we look at, obviously, our party screen and what's going on, is Kriya is very much kind of in the middle ground as well. So it's not like with, it's not like with the first game where it makes it very obvious of a character's alignment. For example, Canderous and HK are given to you in the party as, you know, dark side. They're quite evil. HK makes sense. Canderous, a little less so to be so red. I know with his personality and how things go, like, it makes sense, but you would think he'd be a little bit more in the grey. But he was a red boy. But with Kriya, she is in the grey, so that is another thing to consider. That there's quite, you know, doing the balance between the light and the dark, which is quite cool. So I'm really excited to see how that one develops. But I did just want to address that real quick and talk about my thoughts and feelings so far before we get stuck in, because we've been getting some really good story and really good exposition stuff, and you know, the episodes are quite long. So yep. Oh, Chris has the right idea. Idle animation. You gonna shut up now, or can we play the game? Yeah, I really like the story so far. We had a little bit of an interesting pace of the story come to a bit of a halt with the Telos Restoration Committee stuff, but it's picking back up again, which is really nice. So I'm super excited to be on this quest to eventually build a lightsaber of my own, but while we're doing it, recruit some Jedi. So first and foremost, we're on the Ebon Hawk. We have our party together, so we are going to speak to everyone and see what's going on before we choose our first destination. And I actually have no idea where to go, and this is actually really cool. So in the first game, you have a couple of familiar planets which draw your attention first, and then some new planets. In this game, we have Dantooine from the first one, so it's established from the first game. We have Onderon, which I believe is in the animated series. I believe it's we've been to Onderon in the Clone Wars. So I've seen Onderon in canon, but I haven't seen what it looks like in Knights of the Old Republic. So that's interesting. New planet essentially, because this came first, and then we've also got oh, it was right on the tip of my tongue. Another new planet, and I just lost it. There's also Korriban, so we'll be going back to Korriban as well, apparently. What was the planet name? How have I just totally forgotten the name? Yeah, Nar Shaddaa. There we go, right on the tip of my tongue. There's Nar Shaddaa, which is another one, which is cool. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen that yet in canon, I don't believe, in terms of like animated series or live action, like in actual media. So I'm excited to see how Nar Shaddaa and Onderon look in this game. It's gonna be cool. So while we're in here, we're with Bao-Dur, who's fixing up the ship real good, and his training remote, who's beep booping. And we can talk to the beep boop. It's been a long time since the war. I'm surprised you're still functioning. Huh. So Bao-Dur's had this droid since the war. Be Reap. Could you stop flying around? Never mind. He can fly around. He's not hurting anybody.
Hey, General. Are you alright?
I told you, you don't have to address me as General anymore. It's been some time. What are you talking about? Oh man, I wish I could just click on options without it being weirdly uncalibrated with the cursor.
You look like you've been standing too close to one of my shield generators.
I was inspired by your arm.
Whoa, claws out today, aren't they?
Now whose claws are out?
Seriously, you don't look that way from spending extra time in the fresher. I've seen other Jedi. Not many, but a few, who look like that. And I feel a little strange around you. A little more in control. Calm. Like I usually only get when I'm repairing something.
I'm a very calming presence. It's a Jedi thing. When one is in touch with the Force, it can manifest itself visibly. We need to get this visor off of Bao-Dur. He's got lovely eyes, and we've totally just covered him up. Bao-Dur's just chilling. Like this, he's like, ah, yes, you look so weird. I mean, I can't really see on account of the whole visor thing.
Was there something you wanted me for?
Where'd you pick up that remote, anyways?
That old thing? I built him when I was a kid.
Oh.
Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around.
The slight camera angle of obviously the remote just like looking at him. Very strange. What does it do other than follow you around?
He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs.
And he plays his own fancy little tunes too.
I'm doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with?
Okay, now I don't know if that camera angle is the remote, or whether it's just weird. I do not have all the lightsaber parts, so we'll chill. What are you doing?
Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape.
That's because it was repaired by droids. Okay, workbench is still there. Now, can I... This is actually going to be really funny, because this is from the prologue, right? No, it's not there! Okay, so in the prologue, there was a locker, and we forgot to open it. And it's not there. So I don't know what was in there, and I'm kicking myself for even forgetting about it. Is there anything else in here? Should we try the secret compartment from the first game? Ah! There is a container. Oh shit! We got there's Jedi robes in here. Pazak card, advanced mid pack, SD belt, repeating blast rifle, melee shield, and 62 credits. Jedi robe, nice. The secret compartment had some shit in there. Now we've put some bonus stuff on here, so I think this is going to be our best one for the moment. But a Jedi robe, pretty cool. Pretty cool. We've got the handmaiden.
Oh, welcome, Exile. Is there something you need?
Are you alright?
Yes, your features, your stance. There is a calm about you that I did not notice on Telos.
What do you mean?
There is an energy about you, a lightness in your movements. It is something I have seen in only the most disciplined and revered of the Ichani weapon masters, yet it comes to you with ease.
Interesting. I do feel better. I feel more in touch with my surroundings and others. It's coming back to me now.
It shows in your features. It is beautiful to see.
Are you got a crush on me? Can I ask you some questions? Like, are you busy later? And do you want to get space ramen?
You may ask.
Did Atris ever mention me?
She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Look, she's just teasing you. I'm really not a bad guy. I mean, yeah. She's exaggerating. But at the same time, she's really not. Because that recount is true. Her saying we're going to the dark side, that's the exaggeration part. I'm just going to say, she's just teasing you. I'm not really a bad guy.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us why you fell to the dark side.
Well, that's the exaggeration. I do not walk the path of the dark side.
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars, when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
We're repeating dialogue now because we've had this conversation because I said that doesn't explain why I stopped fighting after the Mandalorian Civil War. So I think we had this conversation with her after we got our ass beat by the Ichani handmaiden in hand-to-hand combat. So why didn't I keep fighting in the Jedi Civil War? So yeah, the Mandalorian War was the events before the first game, and then I believe the Jedi Civil War, I think, is the events of Revan and Malak doing their thing across the galaxy, and then Malak after Revan was taken out of the picture.
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with them, because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
That's not how that works. That is untrue, but Atris is entitled to opinion, as I'm pretty sure the one I went with before.
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
Okay. Yeah, we've already gone through this, so...
You may ask.
Let's have a look. Why do you look different than your sisters?
I honor the face of my mother.
Oh, right. No, we've already asked this one as well, because the different mother but the same father. So we've already done that as well. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Do you have a name? That's something I'd like. Why are you called the Handmaidens first?
We attend Atris. It is the duty of all of us, from the first of my sisters to me, the last of the Handmaidens.
You are the last of them.
I am the last of the Handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true.
Okay. Your skill is impressive, as is your devotion to your training.
That is not entirely correct. There are times I am distracted. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts.
You staring at this luscious beard? What do you mean?
There is much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
Battle is not the truth of the Jedi teachings. I believe it is the farthest thing from it. Which is ironic, coming from my character, considering my whole backstory is that I went off to war. But it's not the truth of the Jedi teachings. That is true, especially when you look on paper with the Jedi teachings. It's about defense.
I know your meaning, but I have not been clear on mine. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause.
Devotion to their cause?
Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponents speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice or strength.
Combat is not the best way to communicate with others.
It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse. but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it.
Interesting. So we've got dialogue about that final battle. What did we killed Malak. We said, you dummy. You continued down the path of the dark side. That was all you, buddy. I'm not responsible for you continuing down the dark path. Pretty sure that's what we said to him. We scolded him and he was like, I'm sorry, Revan. And then he died. Revan turned on Malak, once a friend, and killed him. I'm wondering the details about turned on Malak, because Malak turned on us, and then we met him in combat. But
what stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange and seen the truth of their conflict with each other.
Revan and Malak were not driven only by the dark side, though. Are we talking about? Are we talking about before Revan had his mind wiped? Because he's chill now. Revan's off somewhere. I don't know where he is, but he's somewhere. And Malak's dead. Okay.
But to say that seems an untruth, based on what I know of the Jedi. The Force can drive others, but there is still choice, is there not? If there is no choice in the Force, then our teachings and our actions are for nothing, and I refuse to believe that is true.
Yeah, I just wanted to see her response to that.
You may ask.
And do you have a name?
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
So what was it?
It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
Okay, so we just call you Handmaiden. Okay. You should take value in yourself as well.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
Spoken like a true Jedi. There is some truth in what you say. Is that your judgment of me?
If reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes, perhaps there was a judgment there. But it was not intended as an attack.
Do you think I lost myself when I disobeyed the Jedi?
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
Okay, interesting. Right now, the only question I'm asking myself is why I'm letting you stay.
I meant no offense, but the question remains. If the question angers you, oftentimes there is a reason for such anger.
That's a good response. That's a good response. This happens in like human interaction a lot. Is like people will say something as an observation or a truth or something that actually isn't even necessarily directed at someone. It is a comment that is made about sort of a general opinion or feeling about, you know, people being selfless or selfish or whatever. And if a particular person, like if it's not directed at someone and someone still takes personal offense to that, that is because that person is finding, that person internally knows that it relates to them in some way, shape, or form enough to question that. If they truly didn't believe that they weren't even closely doing what this person had said, wouldn't even bother them. But there's obviously something that has irked them and gone, are you talking about me? Because a part of them believes that. So it's a very interesting stuff. That's come up before. It's something that does come up, I think, in life and in conflict and in conversation with people is like you can address something as in a very broad way, but you might someone might take it personally, and then her response is really good because she's like, hey, if the question angers you, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe you should look within yourself and reflect on that, and maybe you will be enlightened by what you find. So she's not going to give us her name. So that means her name is Handmaiden, which is very interesting to me because everyone else in the Atrus's place is called Handmaiden as well. It doesn't really allow me to connect with her much without that personalization. I'm just like, sup, Handmaiden. Yeah, it's pretty strange. But there you go. Handmaiden is a character in this game and is called Handmaiden because her name is not important. I wonder if we actually will learn it at some point. Maybe it's just a mystery for now. But here we go. Let's speak to Kriya.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
As many as want to come with us and help us.
Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
They're my friends, not my followers.
Do not cloak one word within another. Friends. Do friends not follow? Do friends not form a hierarchy of their own, no matter how small the circle?
They are your friends too. Maybe you could learn to see them that way rather than as followers.
I am too old for friends, and when the years settle upon you, you will dispense with such words as well.
I do love her responses to certain things. I do like how she navigates conversation. She's very clever. I'm no leader, at least not right now.
No? Perhaps not. Or perhaps you are different, something more. I am not blind. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
Why are you angry?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
Yeah, because we've had two people make the comment on my almost visual appearance at the moment. Is something happening to them?
They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
It's funny that she mentions influence when it's literally like a game mechanic with forming your relationships with these characters. You have a point. I will reflect upon this.
Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
Okay. What do you mean?
A discussion, perhaps, for another time.
All right, Mazkanado. I had other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
You don't seem to like the Handmaiden. Why? Kriya, what are you? Are you a Jedi? A Sith? We can ask the question.
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
Okay. Like that response. Very much sitting in the middle there. Kind of like, I am a Force user, open to both sides. Then what were you?
What do you wish to hear? that I once believed in the code of the Jedi, that I felt the call of the Sith, that perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat, that for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy, that perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me. What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
She does not like talking about the past, does she? I still wish to hear the story. Oh, there's a cutscene? It's a cutscene? Okay, let's go. I thought she was just going to talk to us with exposition.
There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best.
Bruh, this place looks evil as shit. They are both together. Wait.
But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition.
Yes, red lightsaber.
Hunger for power.
She was evil. Dude. I was right. Oh shit.
Techniques within the Force, against which there is no defense.
Oh! Oh!
I was cast down.
Holy shit!
Stripped of my power. Exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness.
Holy
Learn
shit!
from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest, for the future, for the Force.
Yo. Can we just talk about that? Can we process that for a second? Holy shit! She was evil. I knew it. Okay, see, I ran with that. Now I had my whole spiel at the beginning that I was like, okay, guys, all right, it's possible. You know, I guess there is other perspectives that, you know, she could have been a Jedi and had an apprentice fall to the dark side, but that's a red lightsaber I saw in black robes in the place looked evil as fuck. So, dude, I'm like, I got goosebumps from that. That was cool. Dude, that was brutal. Kreia got a goddamn beat down. Not even lightsabers at that point. They were just like, you know what? We're gonna ignite our lightsabers. Nihilus is gonna watch, but I'm gonna force push you against this wall and just fucking beat you down. That, like, grabbing her head and shoving it against a wall. Holy crap. That was a lot. So she was a Sith Lord, right? I think it's safe to make that assumption now, right? Look at you guys trying to steer me off what I thought was right, and I was right. Ignites the lightsaber. It is the crimson red. She looks cool. So she was exiled. She's just rocking the Jedi robes now. She's rocking those brown robes. So Nihilus and Sion are aware of each other in league, but there is also a third character also. Damn, dude. Still, I'm just processing that scene. That was dude, there's been like so many cool scenes that pop up in this game. They're just like very unexpected. That like just really fucking hype. That was cool, man. Okay, so in classic Sith fashion, the teacher is betrayed and replaced with the new power, because that is what the Sith do. They constantly train a new apprentice to to overcome them in power and become the new Sith Lord. Wow. Wow. Okay. I need more than that, Kreia.
If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice.
Nice, dude. Okay, that was cool. I genuinely expected just dialogue. I expected her to just give us the answer. Seeing a flashback cutscene made my day, dude.
Ask, and I will answer.
Made my day. That was it. That was incredible. So now that gives us another question: is how does she know Atris? If she wasn't, affiliated with the Jedi, at least at maybe one point in time, it's possible that if we go even further back, because Kreia, is of age, Kreia could have been a Jedi who also fell to the dark side in her own time. We don't know. I'm pretty sure, like, most people seem to start as a Jedi and they fall to the dark side. I don't know if and then sometimes you have people that, are taken or kidnapped from a young age and raised to be a Sith, like Darth Maul, for example. That's cool. Her eyes are white now, like blinded is what I assumed. Who knows? Because they looked blackened in the flashback. What's wrong with your eyes? Which is such a rude question. Such a rude way to ask it, man. But sure.
There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question.
She ain't blind.
I see all that I need. Though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago, they were distractions.
Sees with the Force. So she sees with the Force. The concept of blind Force users are always so cool. And I think in terms of the ones that I'm aware of, I think this is the earliest known example in terms of when it was released. Because I'm also aware of Ram Kota from The Force Unleashed, and then also... Rebels spoilers. If you know, you know. A certain character in Rebels. There you go. I don't want to spoil Rebels, because there's a lot of people that have slept on that show, and it's one of the greatest pieces of Star Wars media, especially those last few seasons. Has a rough start, but it's good. You should watch it if you haven't. Spoiler, there's a blind character in that one, and with the Force. Sorry. Without saying. That's all you get. It's hard to dance around Star Wars spoilers sometimes when you really want to discuss things and jump into it, but I will also try and be conscious of that. But yeah, the concept of blind Force users is really cool, because obviously the Force being able to enhance your senses in that way is very cool. There might be a way to heal your sight. Did it happen in that encounter, or has it been like, were you always blind?
There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is before the veil is lifted.
Kreia, it's okay to admit that you just couldn't afford a glasses prescription. It's okay, then not easy to come by, especially probably in a galaxy like this where we just have visors and glasses rarely exist, only in one instance that I can think of. So it's okay, if you just have blurry vision. We'll just get some glasses.
Ask, and I will answer.
You don't seem to like the Handmaiden. Why?
There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all.
Okay. Perhaps we should stop talking about it and simply eliminate her. She has offered to help us, so show her the same respect I show you.
Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove true in time. But I will abide her presence. She may have her uses.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because Atris is a threat, and as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage.
The enemy of my enemy is my enemy. Well, I don't necessarily trust the Handmaiden, because obviously we do have the knowledge that she's here to spy on us, but at the same time, she's fascinated with us, so it'll be very interesting. Agreed. We need every tool we can get if Atris tries anything, is something that I'm tempted to say. I'm feeling Kriya's influence, and that's a bad thing. She's gonna pull me away from the light, dude. She's gonna pull me back into the middle. I'll keep that in mind and watch the Handmaiden carefully is what I'll go for.
Good. That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time.
Okay.
Ask, and I will answer.
Did you know Atris at all?
I know her as much as I know any Jedi. If you have other questions, you may ask those, but on Atris, I can provide you no answers that you cannot find on your own.
Do you think it's a good idea to just really kind of instead of maybe trying to fight so hard for our beliefs and our alignment of what we believe in, do you think it's just even more beneficial to just be a people pleaser, just to get influence with them so we can get more information? It's a tough choice to make. It's a tough line to follow that. Obviously, influence is a failure, so we don't get to learn about her past and her connection with Atris, which I'm very interested in. It almost makes you just want to agree with them to make them happy, so they will give you more. Even if you don't personally necessarily agree with the choices. It's just the problem is, I think that there are going to be some dialogue choices that might affect our moral alignment within the game. So that's just a careful minefield to tread, I think. But I want to try and not lose influence with Kriya so I can actually get more out of her, because she's definitely the most compelling and interesting character in the party, just purely based on her history and knowledge that she has to give. So we'll see how we go with that.
Ask, and I will answer.
We'll see how we go. And also, I'm assuming influence failure is not like a dice roll check, like when we open a door or, something like that, because I think the influence seems like it's more of like a set meter that would like go up or down based on influence lost, influence gained sort of thing. So, like if I try it again,
I know her.
It'll continue to fail. So yeah, we'll have to gain some more influence, I guess. I had questions about how Revan amassed such a huge force against the Republic.
A discussion, perhaps, for another time.
Okay, so she's got all the cool questions.
Ask.
She's got all the cool questions, but she's guarding all of the answers because our influence is not high enough. Did you know Revan?
I misspoke before, and I do not wish to choose my words unwisely again. Leave this be.
Stop. Okay, that sucks. And then, do you know anything about the Sith who pursue us? Yeah, you do.
Nothing more than we already know, and anything else I know would be useless. There is danger in such knowledge.
Are you kidding me?
Even if I was certain of the ones who hunt you.
Okay.
Ask.
You garden all those secrets, then. We gotta get this influence up. Never mind. I'll be going now. One conversation with Kriya, man, shifts the tide of the galaxy, for God's sake. Dark side points gained, light side points gained, net light side shift, influence gained, though. Influence gained. I'm going to try to talk to her again now that it's popped up with a gain, and we'll see, but... Whoa, baby! We can afford to have a little bit of... This is the good thing, because we're all the way up here. We can afford a couple of dark side moments, and I think I should try and save those with Kriya conversation to gain influence with her. Let's have a look.
Yes. Have you come?
Always questions. Always questions.
Ask.
Alright, we're going to try again now that we did gain some influence.
I know her as much as...
No! Okay.
I misspoke.
No! Okay.
Ask. Does it matter? Perhaps.
Oh god. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. Alright. Unfortunately, that didn't work. Yeah. That didn't work. Maybe there's... Yeah. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. There'll be plenty more time for conversation. Alright, we've got to put another droid part in our HK unit. Initialize the control cluster. Nice. Step away. Journal entry added. You've installed the control cluster. All that remains is the chassis and the processor. He's getting there. We're going to rebuild our boy, even though he's not our boy technically. He's Revan's boy. I'm confused as to why he's here, but I'm sure we'll find that out. And then I'll just laugh if, like, he's just like, well, I have no memory of anything. You're my master now. So we'll just forget about that. And I keep going to the same parts of the ship. I need to speak to T3. And T3, what? He moves around the ship. Yeah, okay, he moves around the ship. He's not currently here. T3 might be in the communications room. Oh, and then we've... Yeah. T3 is probably here. Yes, hello. D-Deet. Do you know where that HK droid in the cargo bay came from? Now, last time we tried to ask him some stuff, we didn't have enough influence, but we have gained some, so I'll try again. Aha! Nice. Influence success. You were trying to rebuild him. Why? Okay, trying to rebuild him. To protect me. But that's an assassin droid, a deranged assassin droid. I'd rather have your ship and that's it. How do you know it's a deranged one, though? You don't know that. Okay. Well, I want him alive, so I don't care how aligned to the light side I am. Everyone needs a bit of dark side. Even if it's in a companion, I need him. I have an attachment to him. Any idea how its parts got scattered all over the galaxy? Okay, I had to ask, do you know where I can find the parts? Okay, I'll trek with droid merchants across the galaxy then. Any idea how its parts got scattered? No, okay. I had other questions for you. Is there any other questions I could ask about HK? You were trying to rebuild him. Oh, and then it just goes into that. Okay. So we can now no longer talk about the other options. That's fine. How's the Ebon Hawk? Okay. T3, I really appreciate your help. What about the astrogation system? Ah, influence success. Okay. So he locked it. No, it's locked it, I suppose. You locked it. Why did you do that? Okay. Protect? Protect who? Under whose orders? An old friend. So the astrogation system was locked by, assumedly, Revan's request to protect him. Why didn't they want anyone to know where the ship had been? They didn't want the chance to be found by the Republic. Right, an old friend? An old friend? Why was where... What the fuck? Am I having a stroke? Why was where this friend had gone so dangerous? That's a written line. Am I reading that right? Am I going crazy? What is that supposed to say? Why was where this friend had gone so dangerous? What is that question supposed to be? Where... Where has this friend gone that was so dangerous, and why, maybe? Why was where this friend had gone so dangerous? What? Oh my god. But how did the Ebon Hawk come back from there if it was so dangerous, and why?
T3, you have been with us since Terrace. Without you, we would never have escaped that place. And for that, I thank you. I'm leaving this message inside you because I have seen glimpses of the future.
And the bond that he and I share does not allow him to hide everything from me. More of his memories have returned, and they trouble him. He has remembered something. Something on the edge of the galaxy, and he believes that he must go there to end it. But I am afraid for him. Afraid that he may not return. I need you to be the beacon, T3. If he is lost out there, on the edge of the galaxy, if he finds whatever terrible thing he has seen, then he may not survive. If he doesn't make it back, then I need you to return to the Republic. Find help. If you cannot find me, then seek out other Jedi. The Republic, I can't lose him, even if he believes he is protecting me.
Yo! Are we gonna do that? Are we gonna go in search of him? Because, like, he'd be the penultimate... he'd be the Jedi ally to bring into this fight, dude. To bring a spark of hope to the galaxy. So more of Revan's memories returned. I gotta say, probably the most terrifying thing is watching a Star Wars hologram in KOTOR graphics, because it just seems that to make it look like a hologram, they just turn down the opacity on the character model, and therefore their eyeballs and their teeth are exposed, and that's not how holograms work, and it's just terrifying to see Bastila talking to us, and I can't focus on anything else except the teeth that are just right there. I see the full set. It's distracting. I get it. They got to do what they got to do to make it look like a hologram, but it's creepy. It's weird. So it's so cool to see Bastila, but in a hologram. What is Bastila doing? What is our previous cast of characters doing? It boggles the mind of where they are. So we've only had in terms of, you know, non-droid characters, we've only had Karth show up so far, kicking around as an admiral. So Bastila is somewhere, assumedly. T3 is a beacon, and Revan's on the edge of the galaxy, fucking around with his past because of more memories that have surfaced and that trouble him. Dude. So I wonder if that's a thing that we're going to do. If we're going to go at some point to find him, to bring him into the fold. And I mentioned this earlier of if he's going to be in this game. Like if we get Revan, I assume that he would just be in his outfit to not, you know, because obviously you can choose your character, you know, to obscure his face. You know, friend of yours. I don't understand why you were concealing that from me. So this help you came in search of, you came in search of me. Ah, this help you came in search of, you came in search of me. Who was the person the hologram was talking about? Another missing friend. What happened to your old friend? Why aren't you with him? Because he could not take anyone with him, even the woman in the hologram. Ah. He went alone. And he left you. I'm sorry, T3. But you did help. You found us, T3. If we can stop the Sith, then there is hope after all. T3 is integral to this whole group. Is the glue that holds us together. And I love him for it. Is that message what you were trying to hide? That person in the hologram a friend of yours? I don't understand why you were concealing that from me. I understand. I didn't think you kept messages like that. Okay. That message doesn't tell me where the Ebon Hawk came from. But why don't you have that information? Deleted? By who? You deleted it? Why? Huh. Something's wrong here. Must have been a reason for it. You don't know why. Don't be sorry, maybe you had a good reason, or were trying to protect someone. Interesting. I don't understand why you're concealing that from me. Oh, it just goes into the same stuff. Okay. So there's help you came in search of, you came in search of me. But why me? I was powerless. Defenseless. You needed someone strong enough to fight the danger that was coming. Someone who knew war and battle and could make the hard choices that had to be made. So, oh wow. So, trying to piece this together, it looks like Revan has gone to the edge of the galaxy. He had to go alone. Barstow is out there somewhere. Recorded a message for T3 to do this whole thing. With the beacon. Find people. Blah, blah, blah. T3 takes the Ebon Hawk with a damaged HK in the closet. Wow, okay, so that might explain why Kriya is on board. Is T3 assumedly was looking for Force users, looking for Jedi, looking for whatever, and maybe happened upon Kriya first, and then... But Kriya doesn't understand droid. Kriya doesn't understand what T3 is saying, so it makes me really... That's a missing plot thread for me, in terms of, like, I don't know what is happening in terms of how Kriya got onto the Ebon Hawk first, and then T3 found me specifically, seemingly, like, came after me. So you needed someone strong enough to fight the danger that was coming, so found out about me to track me down. But yeah, curious about how Kriya got onto the ship. I wish we were able to ask her that as well. It's like, how'd you come to be on the Ebon Hawk, you know? What's going on there? What's going on there, Kriya? I'm honored, T3. I will do what I can to stop this threat. Okay. Never mind, I'll be going now. Okay, influence gained with T3, light side points gained. Let's see if we can talk to him about anything else, because there's still more. Let's see if we can upgrade memory. Oh, I need to do my computer skills, and my computer skills are not great, are they? Influence success. Oh no, it's an influence thing. Okay, but then we have to take a look, don't we? Failure. Yeah, oops. I think I need to train my computer skills as well. Damn it. My computer skills are not good, are they? Computer use is 2 because of a bonus. Okay. I think it's a cross-class skill though. Maybe. Can't remember. We'll have to find out. Looks like I might have to put some points into that, but I should be able to repair you because I've upgraded some repair skills. Let me try and make this quick. Aha! Success! And with all done with the response package, give it a spin. GD repair skills T3's response systems have improved, giving him +1 dexterity. So, yeah, at least we get more pluses to his attributes, which is cool. No, I'm fine. I guess I just got caught up in my work. Had other questions for you. And then we're going to go with... We can upgrade items. Cool. What's wrong with the astrogation system? Which is him talking about locking it. Well, can it be... It can be unlocked, right? This just goes into this stuff again, doesn't it?
T3.
Okay, that just goes into this again. Okay, never mind. Never mind. But we got some experience points from that, which is all good. Nice. Security system just shows cameras, I guess, if you want to see where people are. Because I don't think they are not marked on the... They're not marked on the map. Cool. Now we can speak to Atten, and then we can choose our destination.
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it's good to see.
Interesting. So everybody's getting that. Everybody's getting that same thing. I feel as if I'm more in touch with the Force than I ever have been.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too.
They most certainly have. And then we just go into, how about a game of Berserk? I had some questions for you.
Alright, what did you want to know?
Care to explain where you got your Achani training?
Huh? What are you talking about?
When we entered the Telos Academy, you dropped into an Achani combat stance.
Oh, that. Don't tell anyone, but you wouldn't believe how many fights you can prevent by just pretending to know that stuff. I mean, it doesn't compare to wearing a lightsaber, but then again, that doesn't seem to help you much.
Oh, there's a Force Persuade. I don't want to do that. That's a Kriya move. Not on Atten. I want to see if I can get him to... I only use Force Persuade on random strangers. The moral dilemma of a Jedi mind trick is actually really interesting, don't you think? Because the Jedi mind trick is a light side ability, but it's manipulation, right? It quite literally is force manipulation. You get what you want out of someone who is weak-minded. You are taking advantage of someone. It's a very interesting perspective, I feel. The concept of a Jedi mind trick. Obviously, the dark side ability is more like perverse, and it like invades the mind of someone, and you kind of, it's a bit more aggressive. But a Jedi mind trick is very much a manipulative tool, and Qui-Gon loves it. Qui-Gon loves that shit. So, very, very interesting. When you come down to the moral dilemma of a Jedi mind trick is, you know, you could probably excuse it at certain points. It's like, oh, it's okay to use it's here, or means to an end, or whatever. But sometimes it's interesting. I'm going to just try and do a normal persuade. Don't change the subject.
Yeah? So what? I don't ask any dumb questions about your past, despite the fact that it keeps throwing us into life-threatening situations. Want to know why? I figure if you ever want to tell me something, you will. So give me the same respect, alright?
What? I'll tell you shit. Whatever I do, whatever I know in this amnesia brain of mine. Persuade. I'm not accusing you. I just want to know if you've got any other useful skills. You could be a real asset with combat training.
Well, hey, thanks. But you've got the wrong guy. I'm good at shooting people, cracking wise, and pretending to know how to fight with my hands. Interestingly
enough, it's a persuade option, but it doesn't say success or fail. He just responds to it. I'm a bit confused, because usually it should say success or failure, right? Because it's a persuade check.
Alright.
Okay. So, pointless conversation anyway. Well done, Atten. That's fine. Okay. Influence lost, influence gained. So we can go back to Telos, we can go to Onderon, Nar Shaddaa, Korriban, or Dantooine. I'm super tempted to go to Nar Shaddaa, but also that bounty on our head, that seems like trouble. The fact that we can go to Korriban as well, I'm pretty sure that's the same settlement as well as the first game, the Deshrai settlement. Refugee landing pad, Aziz spaceport, landing zone, Kunda Plains settlement. Okay. Damn, I actually don't know where to start, which is actually really exciting. So in the first game, I think like just the way that it's set up with, like, you know about Kashyyyk, you know about Tatooine, it makes it very exciting. Even it actually, like, you know what? When people grew up playing the first game, Kashyyyk was new, you know, because this is before Episode 3, when this game even was before Episode 3. So we haven't even seen Kashyyyk in live action at this point, which is really neat. So Tatooine is more so the big draw for you to go to in that first game, and then Kashyyyk is actually a new planet, just like Manaan. Obviously, for me, it's not, but for people who obviously played it before Episode 3 came out, it classifies as a new planet. It's really interesting, and this is something I try to keep in my mind a lot and to think about when I'm analyzing a game or talking through it or thinking about it, even when I'm like reading or taking in any sort of media, is I always try and keep in context the year that it came out, the era it was, something was released in, what was happening at the time, what was going on around the release of a game, and trying to keep that in perspective of me having an experience of a game in 2022 or, in recent years, for example, of a game that could be 20 plus years old, and thinking about, what was going on in that time that I was playing, like, maybe like Metal Gear Solid for the first time, what was happening in the late 90s, early 2000s. When we play a Star Wars game from the early 2000s, you have to take into account like that we were smack bang in the Star Wars revival of the prequel trilogy, and you're like, what movies had come out so far? We were getting a very interesting thing. I was talking about this with Knights of the Old Republic 1, where it was very interesting that being in that time period of episode 2 having just come out, dealing with Anakin's struggles with being in the Jedi Order in the light side, and how the Jedi Order is represented in the prequels, and then seeing an Old Republic take on it almost being done consecutively, concurrently at the same time. We're getting the prequels and their Jedi, and we're getting the Old Republic and their Jedi, and it was so cool to really try and keep that in mind. Because obviously the prequels are said and done for me. The sequels are out. We've had all of this stuff covered. But you need to think about the fact that this game and the game before it were released right in the middle of the trilogy. So, their concept of Star Wars and what they were writing, I don't believe they would have been privy to, the script or any prequel trilogy plans before it was coming out. So they'd just have to watch the movies and get inspiration from that as well, or take that into account or perspective. And they only had episodes 1 and 2 to do that, not even the cinematic masterpiece that is Revenge of the Sith, you know what I mean? So, very interesting thing to keep in mind. And I still need to choose my planet. I think I would like to go to either Onderon or Nar Shaddaa. Do you think Dantooine should be the first one we go to? Because it's familiar. It is familiar. I'd actually like to go to Dantooine because I want to see what happened. You do not get the chance to go back to Dantooine after what happens in the first game. So I've always been curious to see what it was like. And apparently, Master Vrook, assumedly a survivor from the Dantooine attack from the first game, is on this planet. We're gonna go to Dantooine, baby. Hyperspace. I've chosen my planet, Dantooine. They're on Dantooine. We found the remains of an old Jedi base. However, records show it has been abandoned for some time. She lied to us. Terminate her immediately. Oh, interesting. When we land, it doesn't automatically just yeet us off the ship. Can we do what we did with other people in the first game, where we ask them if they know anything about the world?
Something up?
Questions.
All right.
No. This is the funniest thing about the dialogue in this game, is it has these questions, and then it has another option to ask further questions, and then it just takes you back to the beginning questions. It's very funny. No option to ask about the planet with Aten. I would like to see if anyone else has anything to contribute, but I have an inkling that it might just be the same across the board. Something that I've noticed with this game, which translates also into NPC dialogue, is it seems very stripped back. In the first game, you could speak to multiple NPCs and they would all have something different to say for a while until it would repeat. Like, you talk to multiple NPCs, like walking around Taris, for example, and it was all different. And unfortunately, when we were walking through Telos, every NPC had the same thing to say. If there was a character model that looked a particular way, you knew what line it was going to say. And that kind of sucked. I am aware that this game, obviously we're playing a restored content mod. I am aware that this game had some development troubles. There's a shift in developer. There was a rushed deadline. Corners had to be cut. So I'm not criticizing that too hard. That was obviously someone above Obsidian going, cracking the whip, get this done. So they had to cut some corners. And that is not a criticism of the game, because I don't blame the developers for it. It is an unfortunate result of rushing development that obviously there was some things from the first game that didn't get the chance to improve, like NPC dialogue, just random people that you talk to saying stuff like that, just like little things, you know.
Yes. Have you?
Yes. Actually, I wonder if she has any information about the lightsaber combat, because we've learnt some saber forms recently since we last spoke.
That is something we will leave until we possess a lightsaber and a proper sparring partner.
Makes sense. Okay. What other training can you offer?
Very well. What is it that drives you?
There you go. Force forms.
Very well.
Teach me more about the Force.
Very well.
Are we in a closed loop? What? So, I wish to know more about Force forms. Very well. I want you to teach me more about the Force. Very well. And then we get to... Okay. Never mind, Kriya. Are you playing... She's playing mind games with me, dude. It's definitely not a weird loop in the dialogue system. Just playing mind games. Alright, let's get off the ship. Oh, man, we're gonna keep... I should be better at leaving the Ebon Hawk by now instead of walking around the long way. Dantooine. I'm going to take Kriya. And I think it should be fair enough to try and give Handmaiden a go. See what... Why have you got the power of God within you, T3? Look at this. Everyone just kind of chill it. They got some light shit going on. T3's just like... T3's ascending! What's going on here? He's turning into a Super Saiyan! I think we'll bring Handmaiden, because she is new to the group. I'll bring Handmaiden and Kriya. That could be an interesting dynamic, and I also need to level her up. So she's a soldier. So we've got our Scoundrel, our Tech Specialist, a Soldier, a Jedi Consular, and an Expert Droid. Okay. Yes. Dantooine.
Another visitor? You must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator Adari first.
Administrator Adari. What are you talking about?
You're one of the salvagers, right? Your ship looks banged up enough to be part of that lot. But you look different.
Salvagers? I don't know what you're talking about.
Then who are you? The only recent visitors we've had on Dantooine have been salvagers, and a slew of mercenaries.
I've lived here once. Interesting. I want to visit the Enclave, but I'm not a salvager.
Just to see the sights, right? You're just another salvager. Go see Administrator Adari in Kunda if you want to get into the ruins.
Where is Kunda?
Kunda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared around the time of the bombardment.
Oh,
the administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government.
That family, huh? Who is Administrator Adari?
She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here are mercenaries.
I'm pretty sure that's a protocol droid clanking around in the background there, but we haven't seen him yet, so there's just this random noise in the back constantly. Why are there so many mercenaries here?
We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up, but after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here.
Have the mercenaries caused any problems?
The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a vibroblade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, or food just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Cath Hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible.
Who has disappeared?
A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the Cath Hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. The disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folk seem to be more accident-prone.
Why do I need permission to enter the Enclave?
Have you ever sliced a Jedi security door? The old ruins are secure from salvagers unless they get permission from Adare.
I'll be going now.
Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
Also, there's a protocol droid. There it is. Journal entry added. Also, real quick, just wanted to remind myself that this is something I forgot about, but there's a thing that exists, which is a plasma torch, right? And I have been bashing down doors like an idiot. So I'm going to equip that as my second weapon for when there are some sealed doors, so I can remember that that is a thing. If I remember. I might forget again. We'll see. Okay. There are probably some Jedi artifacts that are still buried under the ruins of the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine. Dylan said you need to get permission from Administrator Adari of Kunda to visit there. Okay. Now, in terms of... Oh man, I'm ascending to... whoo! That's me, baby! Look at... My stance! I am powerful. I'm sexy with the Force. Look at that. Look at that pose. That is Jesus. Nice. Kriya, you need to get with it. You need to get with it. Alright, let's level up Handmaiden. Let's level up Handmaiden. Now, Demolitions, Awareness, Treat, Injury. Only 1 point, huh? Only 1 point. Your feats. You are a 2-weapon fighter. Okay, if they use the Achani weapon style, and they have 2-weapon fighting unlocked, I wonder if that translates. Also, heavy armor. Didn't expect that. Okay. Has conditioning, has power attack, has power blast, has proficiencies with everything. 2 levels of toughness already. Achani strike, when using unarmed attacks, an extra 1 to 4 damage and a 10% chance of knocking them down. That's cool. Unarmed specialist 1 and 2. Damn. Okay, I'm going to give you just improved conditioning, I guess. We'll go for that. We've got more level ups to do, so it's fine. Attributes, so 14 strength, 16 dex, 14 constitution. Your intelligence is... Okay, so that's why you don't have many points to spend on skills. Also +2 to charisma. Interesting. Okay. I think I have to get to 12 before I can get a +1 for some skills, but I don't know if that... What's recommended? It's recommended to do Constitution. I might just go with the recommended option for this one. Skills. 1 point per thing is interesting, so we'll just do that. Oh, you can now master your 2-weapon fighting, so may as well just do that. Already mastering the 2-weapon fighting. Another skill. Just going to focus on the 2 that already have a nice amount of points into it. I can now go for Master Conditioning already. Or Master Power Attack, because I didn't even realize you've got the improved one. Master Toughness. I think for an unarmed fighter, you're really going to need this stuff. I'm really interested about the potential of Handmaiden as an unarmed fighter, especially because we're getting these levels in. Quite interested. Alright, another feat. Unarmed Specialist 3. I will just... Yeah. Fuck, let's just put them in. Let's do that. And then I can give you another one already. Achani Strike 2. Nice. Now, Caution to Demolitions of Stealth. Empathy. Nope. Gearhead. That's also a nope. Dueling. Doing class skills. Dual Strike. Maybe Dual Strike, because when attacking, together, they've got a +2 to hit. I think I would like to do that. So we'll start doing Dual Strike, because I'm going to try and have characters work together. So, Dual Strike. There you go. Level 11. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, pretty decent amount of health as well. I like that. So, unarmed accuracy gloves. You got it. Breath mask. Let's give you a shielding visor, even though it's going to look weird on your face. Now, has Handmaiden's staff, right? Once belonged to her father, a powerful Achani general. Gives an attack modifier of 2 and a defense bonus of 1. So we're currently dealing with 5 to 15 damage and a plus 15 to hit, and it's a double bladed. Okay, so that's why we've got 2 weapon fighting. 313 plus 15. But if I unequip it, 10 to 28 damage. Okay. It isn't... Yeah, it is what I thought. It's not two-handed. I got confused. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I was like, if she has 2 weapon fighting as a skill, then maybe, you know... Then maybe. Two hands, 2 weapons, but no. So, 1028 damage with a plus 14 to hit. Not bad. Not bad. I really need to just... I think I just need to sell a lot of the stuff that I'm not using. Because we can get more of it later and probably better stuff later. Handmaiden staff, so that does plus 15 to hit and plus 13 to hit. Okay, I think it's better to have the staff, especially with the master fighting. We can do more damage with one hand on one attack, but yeah, the chance to hit seems pretty good to me. I'll keep that. Now, let's give you that amplifier. You've just got your normal clothing, but maybe... Oh yeah, you can wear the Mandalorian heavy armor, which is crazy. It gives you defense bonus, immunity to stun, fear, and horror. Dex bonus of 4, defense bonus 3, persuade, charisma. Powered battle armor gives a +1 to strength. Strength +1. Damage resistance to sonic. Combat suit. I'm thinking the light battle armor there. There you go. And we'll also make sure that we give you a melee shield and an energy shield. And then fucking more strength. Dude, I think Handmaiden's going to be an absolute beast. Watch out, everybody, because I think this is going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see how this is going to play out. Because we do 315 with a 17 to hit. Kriya does 313 with a 16 to hit. Handmaiden's fucking packing heat. Oh, and her fucking outfit changes. There you go. Holy shit. I'm excited, actually. This is awesome. I was wondering if her outfit would change, because Kriya's doesn't. Which is funny. Just her outfit never changes. So I was wondering if her handmaiden robes would also be permanent. Nice, dude. I'd be fucking around. I also like how the staff, like the blades, kind of come out. Now, if we switch weapons, we go into unarmed, which is cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I really like this. Really curious to see how this is going to go. So I guess this is the... Would this be the original landing area? So the Jedi Enclave used to be there, right? Hello, Tarn. What's going on with this thing?
What do you want? I don't have time for cursed salvagers.
Huh. This is another thing that's interesting. In the first game, depending on which character you are, it always puts your character at the forefront of the conversation. Instead, it's Handmaiden. But I can still... Obviously, I'm talking as Chris, because it's like, I am a Jedi, show some respect, you know? Why do you think I'm a salvager?
Well, you don't look like a damn mercenary, and you don't smell like a stinking farmer. Why else would you be here?
I've come to see the Enclave.
If you're not a salvager, then I don't even want to know why you'd go to the Enclave.
What do you know about the Enclave?
Nothing but rumor. They say the spirits of the angry dead haunt the ruins. On a quiet night, you can hear the ghosts howling and scraping around.
Who are they?
Oh, you know, the folks around Kunda. Go there yourself and get the details firsthand. You'll find the Kunda outpost just outside the landing port.
I want to talk about something else.
Is this going to take long? I'm busy, you know.
I'm busy staring at this broken piece of machinery and hoping it'll fix itself. What are the mercenaries doing here?
Not sure what they're doing here other than causing trouble. There's not really much work here for mercenaries. Maybe they're here to collect the bounty on that Jedi.
There's a Jedi here? Yes, there is.
I don't know for sure, but that's what they say. Is this going to take long?
Why so busy?
Can't you tell? I'm a mechanic. In fact, I'm the only mechanic here in Kunda. I'm responsible for maintaining everything mechanical or electrical at the Kunda outpost.
Is that why everything seems to be so run down?
I'd like to see you do a better job at fixing the droids, security doors, and gun turrets. Now quit bugging me.
He kicked us out of the conversation. What is this? Is there a shadow? Like, what's that? Oh, is it just like a puddle of water? I think it's a puddle. Alright, Tarn. Let's talk to this droid clanking around. Battered protocol droid.
Greetings, and good day, traveler. On behalf of the Kunda settlement, I am programmed to welcome you to Dantooine. Is there something I can do to serve you?
Pretty sure the voice of the protocol droid is Tom Kane. I'm pretty sure it is. It's very similar to his Admiral Yularen voice, kind of. What can you tell me about Dantooine?
Dantooine is a rural world, far removed from most galactic trade routes. Historically, agriculture has been Dantooine's primary industry. Since the destruction of the Jedi Enclave, salvage of the ruins has become a key area of growth for the local community.
What do you know of the ruins?
The famed ruins of the Jedi Enclave can be found northwest of the Kunda outpost. You may visit the ruins at your own risk. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave ruins.
Zeron. Tell me about how the Enclave came to be ruined.
My apologies. I have no recollection of the Sith invasion topic.
Sith invasion?
Error. Memory overflow. Resetting. May I be of any further service to you?
That's interesting. Is there any work available here?
The local militia occasionally offers employment to qualified soldiers. Speak to Zeron in the Kunda outpost. Additionally, many visitors come to Kunda to explore the ruins for salvage opportunities.
We get this droid over to Babu Frick so he can recite the Sith invasion. He's forbidden to talk about it. Okay.
May I be of...
What are the local areas of interest? Why are you walking in a circle?
The main area of interest for visitors is the Kunda outpost. There you will find the local officials who preside over the Dantooine colony. Administrator Terena Adare and militia leader Zeron.
Okay.
Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave ruins.
Okay. Why is that?
Due to reduced militia manpower, several dangerous beasts overpopulate the more rural areas of Dantooine.
Okay.
May
Why are you walking in a circle?
I am conducting my appointed rounds. May I be of any further service to you?
My appointed rounds.
If you will excuse me, I must continue my appointed rounds.
Get it? Because why are you walking in a circle and he's doing an appointed round? Is he's walking in a round circle. Give me that plasma grenade. Ah! No! Oh no! Sorry, mate. It was just kind of sitting there. I give you greetings, human. So many visitors come to Kunda. New faces arrive all the time. It is sad that all too often turmoil and strife bring the humans here. I am Pato Ardo, an ecologist and xenobiologist. I await transport off this planet to rejoin my herd. I have explored much on this planet, but I am anxious to depart. What are you doing on Dantooine? I was sent to catalogue the natural resources of this planet, a fascinating planet filled with life, many biologics, blah blah, but even nature is troubled here. The ecosphere's balance has been lost. Without correction, the planet will falter in time. How can it be corrected? It is difficult to say. Ecosphere forces are hard to disrupt, but sentients have terrible power. The fallen Jedi's proximity may be the root of the problem, but who can say? Something must be causing the mysterious behavior of the Kinrath. What's so unusual about the Kinrath's behavior? Kinrath are common to several worlds, where they are well known for their burrowing and nesting, but here they swarm. The tunnels near here appear to be the center of their anomalous behavior. Why are you anxious to leave Dantooine? The wait for my herd ship has been too long. I am eager to return to Telos, so I must find ways to pass the time. I have taken up a curious recreation known as Pazark. Much time has passed and I made many friends, but now the humans here no longer play with me. I do not completely understand. When I was learning, they were eager to play for small amounts of credits. Now that I enjoy the game, no one will play. That makes sense. They just wanted to win easy money while you were learning, bud. Okay, I'm laughing at this. This is so funny. I do not suppose you have a Pazark deck and an inclination to pass time with me. My favorite thing about this is the Ithorian dialogue is either you get this really long sentence that passes by in seemingly an instant, but then you get him talking about the Pazark deck and the Ithorian dialogue stretches out for almost an eternity. So it's very weird when the Ithorian dialogue decides to go really quickly or not. Can I play for armor components? You are. That is good to hear. Unfortunately, I saved my armor components for special games, perhaps after a few hands. I have many credits. We could play for 250 credits a game if you would like. So if I lose, I have to give you 250 credits, I assume. I can't afford that right now, bro. You don't have to play Pazark for credits at all, though most humans seem to insist on it. I prefer playing just for the company. Shall we play just for diversion? I've changed my mind. For now. That is unfortunate. I was hoping I would finally have someone to play with again. Perhaps we'll see each other at a later time. I'll play with you later, bud. If I will need to get some credits. But I'll probably try and get that from selling stuff. Sith Battlesuit. Sith Battlesuit. This Sith's armor name is actually created by Aratek, who named it after the Sith to benefit from their fame or infamy. This combat suit is very flexible for medium armor, so it's not real. They just named it after the Sith. What does it look like? Stylish, actually. Pretty sick. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, dude. Put your battle armor right on. Strength is now at a +3 at 16, and Dex at a +2 at 17, which is cool. Cool. Alright, let's take a walk. We're heading around the corner here. I don't know I'm not enough of a Star Wars nerd to be able to read Orbresh, but when I looked at this, I did wonder what it was potentially saying. I think it all repeats the same thing everywhere, so probably something to do with the fact that it's a, you know. Oh, I see where we are. Okay. Okay, so I don't think this is the original landing area at all, because this is the back of the Matale thing, and this is much closer. Okay. There's a Celestin over there, which is cool. Okay, so we're not near the ruins at all. I thought if we went around the wall, we'd end up seeing the ruins, and we'd kind of have to walk around them, because I didn't know where we are in perspective of the map now, but this makes sense. So we're right at the building, and then we'll walk up probably in that direction over there, and then we'll have the ruins. Let's have a chat to people. So this is Dylan, who greeted us before. This is Militia.
I heard a rumor that the administrator met with a Jedi. If that's true, I'll quit. I'm not gonna work for someone that associates with them.
The perspective on the Jedi in this state of the galaxy is also very, very new. People are just like, nah, fuck the Jedi, dude. Hate them. That's another thing. Atten doesn't like them. Just got this aversion with them. I was like, can we get out of here? Like, I don't want to. There's too many Jedi here. I don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? Hey, yeah. Is there really not another option? Actually, someone with a demolition skill can use a mine, right? Which is none of us. Which is none of us. Yeah, you just bash it open. We'll get there. Thank you. Alright. It didn't break anything. Disruptor rifle under an insight implant. Nice. Well, this is that same Dantooine environment that we know and love. That we, you know, So it's just the Jedi ruins. It's a very accurate strike, it seems. So this is another entrance. Seemingly, we're able to just walk in, which is nice. Defense turret. Oh, okay, hello. Fellow traveler, are you far from your homeworld as well? I am a Kerry, a Celestian staff here, an honest trader. Okay. Every trader says they're honest, especially the dishonest ones. What do you sell? I trade mostly in droid components. I build droids too. They fly my ship and keep me company on long voyages. If you have droid companions, you will surely appreciate my selection. Nice. Can I see what you got? Yes, you may, and take as long as you like. There are many bargains to be had. Do you have... You do. Okay, thank you. Droid processor. Now we just need a chassis. Sweet. Oh, did I buy something? Oh, for some reason I thought that would be to close. I bought something. I don't even know what I bought. Thank you. I got the droid thing. That's all I need.
Sorry, this door is blocked off.
I'll block you off in a minute. Alright, so the security door. Alright, let's just head in this door. Have a chat to some people. Oh, never mind. Just go to the main door, I guess, that Dylan was outside of. The first door that we came across is probably the way in. What's up? That's our way in. To Kunda. So interesting seeing the environment.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. Well, you remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Pretty sure that's the voice of Hera Syndulla, but toned down a bit. Very recognizable. Could be wrong though. It's like kind of like it.
The salvagers keep coming here and bothering the militia. That Garevik is the worst of them. If it weren't for the Jedi, we'd be a prosperous community. They brought us nothing but trouble.
Okay, that doesn't sound like her at all, but it did in the cutscene.
Zeron keeps goading the mercenaries. I think he should let the little things slide. He makes things worse for everyone.
Okay, we're getting more dialogue out of these.
Salvagers are just thieves and scavengers. I can't wait until the last of them leaves.
Okay, so the Telos citizens were very limited in what they had to say, but these settlers here have stuff. They got stuff.
It's getting dangerous to even come to Kunda. I hear the Kinrath are attacking swoop bikes now. I'm sick and tired of those mercenaries.
Yeah, well.
Some people say Zeron is antagonizing them too much. I think he should do more.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask.
Do you know who Garevik is?
Garevik is a salvager, the worst one of the lot. Try to stay clear of him. He's a dangerous one to cross.
Okay. Where is the Administrator?
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like.
Okay. Why does everyone think I'm a salvager?
You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvagers or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary.
Okay. I have to go. I must leave. Sulru and Staff. Who are you? Sulru.
Are you waiting for the Administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
Why not?
Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the Administrator is a pat in the back.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
What exactly is your problem?
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices.
I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment.
Salvagers stole your equipment?
Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare.
You sure it's a salvager?
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby, and if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery wouldn't be too far a stretch for any of them. The other day I had to take a shot at one of them. Soon someone is going to get killed, and Dantooine has enough trouble without that.
What do they steal?
A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful.
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you.
The salvager camp and speak to salvager Jaron and ask for his salvager parts and offer your salvager help so you can say a salvager goodbye and I will pay you a salvager's reward. Okay. Where is the salvager camp?
It's right next to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Just follow the smell. You can't miss them.
I'll see what I can do.
That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Nice. Okay. Journal entry added. Thief catching. Suluru is a war veteran turned farmer and is having trouble with a thief who keeps stealing important equipment from his farm.
A lot of people here hate Jedi, but when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't blame them.
Okay, so I know you're sat out here waiting for the administrator, but I'm gonna take initiative and I'm just gonna go and walk in.
What is it?
Cause see ya. I'm gonna just go. Alright, that looks like the room for me, so I'm gonna walk around. Baron Modril.
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garevik.
Garevik?
Oh, sorry. If you're brand new to these parts, you may not have any issues with Garevik, unlike most everyone else.
Okay. Why does Garevik cause so much trouble?
Most people follow the rules and just try to get by in life. He's a salvager. His purpose in life seems to be causing us headaches. I can tell he's back in Kunda just by the pounding in my head. If you're not here about Garevik, do you have some other problem?
I've had no problems the militia needs to worry about.
You haven't? Well, that's something. I'm the second in command over here, and we keep getting incidents. Our staff is stretched thin. Too thin. If you do have trouble, I'm not the one to talk to. You need to talk to Zeron. He takes a hands-on role as the militia captain.
Isn't being hands-on a good thing?
This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's going to fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room.
There's some people, if you give them a little room, they'll take a lot more.
Dantooine has had mercenaries on it for years. I've talked with some, and they're not unreasonable. There's got to be some sort of compromise we can both live with.
You can't bargain with a rancor.
Using my own analogy against me? The mercenaries aren't rancors. They're people, like you and me. But if you keep provoking them, it's just dangerous. I think we should be working on getting along. It's hard to follow orders that have you make things worse.
That attitude is dangerous. When you're outnumbered on a hostile world, you've got to stay a team.
That's a good way of looking at it. I may not agree with the captain, but I guess I should make everyone fall in line. I still worry that he may provoke the mercenaries into something more dangerous. But I suppose he may know something I don't. Thanks. All right, stay out of trouble now.
Okay, mate. What's behind door number 1? Adam Lob.
Tochi monas runta, yun bola, wata gratonchi mulira, pitasa cantone tosha, poso mabri toshniki tuk tuk bamba, bora, kino molira nibonon, kin un patno koktek.
A simple merchant, Adam. The settlers and other fine humans of Dantooine have been plagued by war, Cathounds, Kinrath, mercenaries, and other fearsome troubles of late. It is much, much too sad to see these things happen to such humans. Therefore, my mission is clear. I was contemplating his name. I was like, have we encountered a merchant with his name in the first game? Seemed familiar, the Adam part. I'm not sure. What's your mission? To overcome their troubles, they must be able to defend themselves. Therefore, I offer the highest of quality weapons at the lowest of low prices for them. I am here offering you much in the way of weaponry at low, low prices. How can any sentient pass up such a bargain? They cannot. Weaponry it is, and weaponry I have. What is it you would like from me this fine day? Let's see what you're selling. Yes, here's the best you can find anywhere on this world. What are you selling? Let's have a look. The Norris Robe. Stained with pigments from the beautiful and rare Norris root found on the planet Almar, these robes are naturally resistant to energy. I really liked something that was cool in the first game. That was always very, like, it blew me away. It was always very, I was like surprised by it when we'd go to a merchant and it'd be all these random like named character, you know, legendary equipment. I guess you, for lack of a better word, you'd be like, you know, this someone fet, you know, armor or gun or whatever like that. It was very interesting that they would be like this. These merchants would have like legendary equipment. A Rusan crystal, an upgrade item for the lightsaber, wisdom and charisma, 980. I'm not gonna invest in stuff like that yet, just mainly due to the fact that 8,500. Mainly due to the fact that we'll probably be able to pick up stuff over time instead of buying it. Instead of buying it for the future. Low prices. This will cost you your whole family. But there's a merchant there. There's a private door, magnetically sealed and cannot be opened. This door's already open. Militia. Oh, and there's Zeron. Okay.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it?
That's a voice. That's a voice. Cool. I prefer to call it a challenge, not trouble.
There is often opportunity in challenges, if you know how to look for it. I might have something for you. But first, you got any other reason for coming to militia headquarters?
It's like smooth but gravelly. It's nice. It's a nice voice. Just exploring and getting to know people.
There are better places to explore and better people to know. I'm sure you have your reasons, though. I'm sure you got questions of your own. And if you're interested, I might have some work for you. You want something?
What sort of work do you have?
I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. They're coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it.
Yeah, nice. Say no more. How much is the reward, please? I would like to know.
2,000 credits.
Fucking done deal. With so few settlers, lives are much more important than credits. What does that mean? Excuse me, what? With so few settlers, lives are much more important than credits. Why is that a persuade option? I thought okay. That doesn't sound like a persuade option to ask for more credits, because it's saying with so few settlers, lives are much more important than credits. What are we persuading? I am totally not understanding that line. Usually when you see persuade, when you're given a price for a job, the persuade is usually, can you pay me more? With so few settlers, lives are much more important than credits. That doesn't sound like a dialogue that would be me saying, well, I don't know, I could do this for more money. I'm confused. I'm going to pick it anyway.
I agree with you, but I don't barter. I got more important things to do.
Failure. Okay. I assumed that was a way to try and get more money from him. It just didn't sound like it. I think maybe I'm just dumb. Don't understand the phrasing of that word, that sentence. I needed clarification. I'll see what I can do.
That's all I can ask.
That's all I can ask.
Something?
You want something? What's Garrick's connection to the militia?
Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable haul the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garvik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. But nobody remembers Garvik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something?
You want something? I'll be going. Journal entry added. Clear the Kinrath caves. For 2,000 credits. Another private door. Card key for the security door. Let's check the other side. Door. That looks like just to be... Oh, there's more... okay, Garvik is in here. Okay, Garvik's in there. Private door. Security door. Private door. Security door. Okay, so we're going to need that security card key. Alright, I'm just going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to speak to Garvik. Alright. Garvik.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship. Yes. No friendly greetings are here for you.
Alright. Man's rude straight off the bat. Already knows our ship's in a poor state. And he's got a slimy voice, and he's like, fuck you, hey you, get out of here. Didn't you ever learn manners? My ship isn't battered. I mean, it is, though. How do you know that?
You act like I have insulted your woman. Your ship I haven't seen. But if it takes after you, it can't be in perfect condition. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
Man trashed our ship without even seeing it and just said, be gone.
Another interruption. You must not have heard who I am. Waste another's time, not mine.
Bruh. Alright then. Let's have a chat to Tarina Adare.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Tarina Adare. You're the owner of the ship that just landed?
Yes. That ship is one of the fastest in the galaxy. Yeah.
I meant no disrespect at all. It is in fact a remarkable vessel. And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
That is correct. I recognize this voice actress from Star Wars Episode 1, Can't remember the exact character, but it's the same voice. It's been in Star Wars games before. Don't tell me you want to collect that bounty.
Of course not. I'm trying to stabilize an entire planet. An exchange bounty, no matter how abundant, is little use in that endeavor. But if a Jedi were here, that would best be kept secret. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence.
Discreet connections with Jedi. This dude, this dude in the background, the militia dude, for fucking idle yawning animation just on overdrive. He just keeps fucking yawning and stretching. It's really funny that I noticed it with my character, and he did it once. And now it's just like fucking, what's his face? Is doing it. This dude's just spamming the yawn and stretch. That's his favorite thing. He's ready to move on. He's like, God, why are you guys boring me so much? I'm just standing here. I'm looking for Jedi. Can you tell me who you're talking about?
My friend, let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
Interesting. So he came to Dantooine not too long ago. So does that mean he was off Dantooine when the bombardment happened, or escaped Dantooine when the bombardment happened? I don't know. My also favorite thing is, yeah, my friend, let's call him Vrook. Like, as in not even using as like a, let's call him, a fake name. He just goes, my friend, let's just call him by his name, shall we? There's a persuade and a lie option. He sent for me. He said you'd fill me in on the situation. Interesting. I feel like we'd succeed in that check too. Should we be honest, or should we do a little bit of a cheeky lie? Our persuade's pretty good, right? We might be able to get through that. Let's try it.
We need the skills of a Jedi more than ever. He was helping investigate Azkul and his mercenaries. Nice. But he had his own errand to run in the Enclave. Jedi business of some sort. He went into the sublevel, which isn't without its dangers. And he hasn't returned.
Go on.
I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
I honestly feel like even if we were like, oh, I would like to meet him, it almost feels like that, like if we would have ended up with this one way or another, but we may have bypassed maybe something. Yeah, I actually came here to search the ruins anyway. I'll just say I will make it my first priority.
We are fortunate that you've come. Don't expect it to be easy, though. Things rarely are with Jedi. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
What was Master Vrook doing for you?
He was investigating the mercenaries for us. We've been increasingly concerned about them. Their behavior has always been antagonistic, but recently they've been behaving differently. Vrook was investigating this when he disappeared. We were counting on any hard intelligence he could provide. Our other assets have been unavailable recently. If you find any information on the mercenaries during your stay on our planet, please report it to Zeron or myself.
Okay. Could you tell me anything more?
I believe I've told you everything I can.
Okay.
Please find and rescue Vrook.
Do the people of Dantooine really hate the Jedi?
To most people in the galaxy, the distinction between Sith and Jedi is a blurry one, especially since most Sith were once Jedi. It is complicated by the fact that Malak and Revan were great heroes of the Republic and famed Jedi Knights. But a few years later, they were leading an armada which threatened everyone. And here on Dantooine, the Jedi Enclave provoked a brutal occupation by the Sith. It could have been far worse, but even now the damage has not been fully mended.
Can anything be done about it?
I don't think everyone hates Jedi. If just a few people changed their minds or spoke up, it could make a great deal of difference. I think that we need the help of the Jedi. If the Jedi's reputation isn't redeemed, the consequences could be quite regrettable. Until then, I would keep your identity secret.
I didn't reveal to you that I'm a Jedi, by the way. But, okay. Or did I? Did I leave out that part? I guess maybe because I said like he sent for me. I guess maybe that sort of. I guess it's safe to assume that I'd be have ties to the Jedi. I don't think I explicitly stated I was one though. I'll be going now. Because I have amnesia brain and it's leaking from the game into my real brain, I think. Lost in the Shadows. Administrator Tarina Adari was in secret contact with Jedi Master Vrook. She had to keep her involvement secret for fear of the political backlash that would erupt if it were discovered. Vrook went to investigate the Enclave ruins before you arrived. He hasn't been seen since. We got permission to go into the ruins, and Jedi have an extremely bad reputation on Dantooine, even worse than it is in the rest of the galaxy. The secret Jedi Enclave on Dantooine provoked a brutal Sith occupation during the Jedi Civil War. If that reputation isn't redeemed, it could lead to problems down the road. There you go. Okay. Well, we've got permission to enter the ruins, so it looks like we'll head on through. And if only Sularu was smart enough to just walk in and speak to her. He doesn't have to wait. You don't even have to wait. You just walk in. Alright, well... Okay. Looks like we have multiple pathways to go. I'm assuming this layout should be relatively similar to Dantooine from the first game. But we'll see. I'm gonna pick a path and we're gonna run with it. I think the ruins might be the other way, but all roads lead to our destination one way or another eventually. All right, we've got Carthounds. We can get a taste for battle here if I want. Alright, that looks like that leads us to a new location. Oh god, fucking Carthound jump scare, Jesus! It fucking yelled at me, holy shit. Scared the shit out of me, dude. My god.
I hear you.
No, not drain force. Do the choke thing. Saving. Right, we got it in stasis.
I shall honor them with battle.
There we go. Oh, they're charging in for the other one.
This will teach you.
Nice, yeah, dude. Handmaiden's rocking the goods in terms of combat proficiency. She's nailing it. Enclave. The Enclave Courtyard. There you go. There's the Enclave Courtyard. The Horn Carthound.
This shall not stop us for long.
Yeah. Just everyone misses, dude. Get him. Get him. Fuck him up. Fuck him up with normal attacks, come on.
Focus.
Fuck him up.
Fallen.
Yes?
Hey, you're doing improved power attack. You know what you're doing. Yeah, nice. Okay, there you go.
This will teach you.
Slump. Slump onto the ground. Nice. Okay, this is just a field. Get him. So, because of the dual strike, so Handmaiden's getting a bonus, but these guys are not yet. I think I'm going to try and give Jewel Strike to everyone soon. So on Chris's next level up, I will try and give him the Jewel Strike ability. Well, this way goes to the Enclave, so I don't know what's over the other side, but I'm sure we will find that out eventually. Oh wow, yep, that's certainly some Enclave ruins. Ooh, hello there. Scavengers? Salvagers. Durala.
Tapele gathered a group to go to the sub-level. They're probably all gonna get killed. Oh, a visitor comes to our delightful salvager camp. We are honored. Do you come bringing your credits and curiosity?
I thought, when I heard salvager camp, I really expected maybe like a proper, like, camp, like a setup. Not 4 bonfires. Not just 4 spaced out bonfires and no defenses, but okay. Camp in the literal sense of a word of a campfire. Credits and curiosity, are you selling something? Fortunate. This camp smells like the back end of a bantha.
This saddens me to hear. True, this camp isn't as opulent as you're used to with your off-world notions of comfort and decadence, but this is a place of people who toil. A question I pose to you, traveler. Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all Jedi artifacts? A powerful Jedi holocron?
Fabled and powerful. You found a holocron. I'm impressed.
You flatter me, traveler. It was a good day when I found this holocron. But you are lucky, for I will sell it to you for a low price. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find. This is not a matter of negotiation. You should buy it quickly before others come.
You will give me the holocron. Can I inspect the holocron? Maybe it's broken.
I assure you it isn't. I will show it to you presently. As you can see, it is in fine shape. A real bargain at a mere 1,000 credits.
Huh. That is a remarkable fake, but it's not even worth the time you've wasted describing it. Wow.
How did you know? Well, I never load this accursed thing. This isn't my fault. You can't blame me.
How isn't this your fault?
This forgery has passed through several hands in this camp. I am merely the latest victim. I wish to abandon this dung heap.
I thought this was a delightful camp.
Be serious. Any sentient with scent glands can tell that this is the garbage pit of Dantooine.
Okay, so you didn't make this?
No, of course not. Another salvager sold it to me, and he bought it from another one before him. When there were more salvagers, incidents like this were common. But now there are few of us, and I'm stuck with this garbage. There's no way I can make it home to my family and children.
I doubt you even have a wife.
You with all your observations. I'm not going to talk to you about the holocron anymore. So, what should we talk about?
Oh, that's funny. Do you know anything about a thief?
You should talk to Durala. I've told her everything I know. I think I saw the thief by the ruins of the Enclave. I believe that the thief has to be living in the sub-level, because every place else has been visited many times by the salvagers. I didn't get a clear look at the thief. It was dark, and the ruins provide many hiding places.
Can you tell me about the planet?
There isn't much to see around here. The planet is very lightly populated by settlers, mercenaries, and us.
What are the settlers like?
They want nothing to do with us. The only thing they want is part of our profits. Now that salvaging is running out, I doubt they will tolerate our presence much longer.
What are mercenaries doing on Dantooine?
I don't know nor care. They're trouble, but fortunately they ignore us. When they're looking for work, they mainly bother the settlers.
Okay, I have to go. I must leave all of a sudden, Raylon. I'll speak to Durala.
You a new salvager? Or one of those Kunda cantina rats coming here to complain?
I guess I am a salvager, technically.
Well, we don't need another one. Look around this camp. We got the salvaging more than covered. I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn back. There's nothing you're gonna find.
I think you are wrong. I don't need your permission to go to the ruins.
You don't look like you're gonna crawl around the ruins. If you want to go to the sub-level, you are gonna need the administrator's permission, though.
I already have that.
Well, you're welcome to go down there and die. The Lagrecs are hungry. Could use a treat.
Okay. What do you do around here?
I've been here the longest, and I'll be here last. I buy Jedi salvage from the ruins. Slow business now, but I get by.
Who do you sell it to?
Sometimes I sell them to visitors like yourself. Besides, that's none of your flaming business.
Can I see what Jedi artifacts you have for sale?
You should have let me know you're a customer instead of letting me think you're some disease-ridden salvager. Let me show you what I've got.
Bruh. Okay. Ooh, hang on. I need this vibration lens. Oh, it costs 1,421. I am curious, right? I am curious if, because this is all stuff for a lightsaber. I am curious, however, if potentially we might be able to find some items in the ruins first before buying them, because it's the ruins of a Jedi Enclave. So what I think I'm going to do is we can buy stuff here, which is good to know in terms of a lens and emitters and cells and stuff. I'm going to keep that in mind, but I am going to wait. I'm going to wait, because we might be able to find something first. Scavenge/salvage something for ourselves before we need to buy something. Okay, so there's somewhere down there, but then this looks like the Jedi Enclave ruins here, judging by the ruins.
Do you feel it? The wound on this world.
Ah! More HK droids.
In gathering the Jedi, they will come to this place. And if those Jedi are slain, then all that remains of the Order shall be drawn here as well.
Damn. There you go. There's HK droids waiting for us too. I wonder if that'll give us the final part for HK. When will this happen?
We will know when the time comes, and I hope our enemies do not.
Damn. Okay, Korea. Let's go fight some HK droids. You guys ready for a fight? Apparently I don't have...
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've got the Achani shield, don't I? Oh, I don't think these guys will be too much of a hassle. I may be able to... Because I've only got one use left in it. It may as well be now. What was that?
Yes?
Some sort of power-up. Let's go!
Announcement. You have caused us to expenditure a great deal of effort to find you, Jedi. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Threat. Come with us without resistance, Jedi, or you will come with us in pain.
Don't you ever know when to quit? Disable droid, disable droid, disable droid. Lightning, lightning, lightning. And then you can just, you know... We don't have any iron grenades, just get in there. Get in there, Harbinger. Harbinger? Get in there, Handmaiden. It all starts with a H. Get in there, Handmaiden. You're not the name of a Republic ship, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you're all disabled now, baby.
Failing, Master.
Systems failing, Master.
Systems failing, Master.
Get wrecked.
Failing, Master.
Can I loot them? Yes, the chassis. We're gonna get HK back. We're gonna get HK back. Holy shit! I'm so curious as to what's that. You know, what's gonna happen.
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a Cathhound, he's the one with the backpack. Did anybody grab anything from the room? Anybody? What do you want?
Huh? Actually, I'm after your friend, actually, I think. What's the problem?
I managed to get this sad lot of salvagers to work together. Then we get 2 rooms into the sub-level, and we get swarmed by Lagrex. And even then we fight our way out. But of course, the only one that managed to grab the salvage is still in there. I don't even know why I bothered.
What can you tell me about Lagrex?
Nothing. Find out for yourself. I'm not interested in training the competition. Now, if you don't mind, we're going someplace you can't eavesdrop on us, and get down to our business.
Fucking okay, then. Fucking... Poof, and then they disappear into thin air. They've got teleportation abilities. Alright, back entrance and the security door. Alright, security door is open. This takes us to... Okay, this takes us straight to the sub-level. Before going straight to the sub-level, let's go and deal with these Cath Hounds around the side here and go check out the main entrance. Why that one first? Not the ones that are closer to... Okay. I guess technically it is closer by a little bit, I suppose. Oh god, this could be a problem. We're about to... Yep. This could... Oh, nice. They've all been obstructed.
This will teach you.
Go, Handmaiden. I promise I'll stop calling you Harbinger. For some reason, that's your name. Actually, I need to be attacking the same target as you for Twin Strike, right? For Dual Strike. I'm trying to switch targets, but the game won't let me.
Let us end this.
Nice. Who are you attacking next? This one, I assume? Nope, no. This one. He's almost dead anyway. Let's go. Yeah, we're not really taking much damage, so we're fine. We'll just kind of chill with them for a bit.
What is it?
Nice. Alright, you're out of force powers now. Oh, I thought this one died. For some reason I just assumed it died. It did not die. You guys are doing great, I promise.
Yes. This will teach you.
Nice. Nice. Nothing to loot from their bodies. Easy enough. Caved in. Oh. There you go. Caved in door. Makes sense. Okay. So, we are at the entrance to the Jedi Enclave sub-level. So it looks like we're not going to tread familiar territory based on, you know, the previous areas we've seen of the Jedi Enclave from the first game. But we are going straight to the sub-level. We're going to do that one next time, however. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Knights of the Old Republic. I had some good chats with our team on the Ebon Hawk, while also getting to know Handmaiden a bit, and decent melee setup. So I'm really enjoying that. So next time, another yawn animation. Next time, we go to the Jedi Enclave sub-level to look for some survivors and meet up with Master Vrook. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you then.